Alright guys, so you might remember that I bought Supermoto wheels for this. Well, I took them off recently, and when I first got them, I took them off like a week or two later, and I was kind of anticipating this problem. I just was hoping it wouldn't happen. So what I mean by anticipating that, I went ahead and ordered bolts for the front rotor, because I thought I was going to have this problem, and I ended up having this problem. And when I was moving, it ended up staying on there for quite a while. So whatever little bit of water I got in there from when I last washed it or my last ride or something kind of rusted these bolts in. And you can see the back has nice ones. Like the back came with really nice ones. So you've got a really big Allen head spot. You've got, of course, the nuts on the back. So it's not a big pain like this front was. So this front one, I've only got one left here. You can see this is the bolts it came with. Look how tiny those Allen heads are. So they say 10.9 on them, and I'm guessing that's the bolt strength. It's definitely not that, because these stripped out so easily. And on top of that, like, see how they like rusted and they like oxidized and everything? I mean, you want to put like see how these come with like a little bit of like thread lock on them? I mean, you want to have that. I didn't put any on here because I was hoping that they would stay tight, and they did, but that's because that they rusted too. And it's like they corroded and everything, so they literally got stuck in here. So, like I said, I ordered these right away, but I didn't think they fit. They were just a different head on them and everything. So you can see there's a different gap. I thought the threads were even bigger. I don't know why. I thought they looked bigger at the time because I didn't really compare them like this. I just compared them by like memory. Then looking at them when I got them in the mail, I'm like, oh, these threads are different, because these are for the stock Supermoto front wheels of like a DRZ400. So I'm like, oh, they're probably not going to fit. So I didn't even try to put them on. So I went ahead and put the other ones in last time I switched it over and left them in, and then I moved and it got wet and it corroded. So literally you cannot get this front wheel off of there without taking this loose first while it's on the bike. So you got to take your rotor loose or off, you know, but mainly loose because you still got your shaft in there, unless you can slip it all out. So that I couldn't get it off because of that's because of the caliper. The caliper sits right in here, and it's so far close to this that you can't like get the caliper out between this and this. So that's the reason that has to come off. And I couldn't get it off because of all the bolts were rusted in, like every one of them. No, I think I got one of them. This is the only one that actually came out while I was still on the bike. And you can see how much corroded it is. So I ended up not being able to get them out, so I started like every one of them was stripped. So I started trying to go to a bigger size, I think they were like a 4 Allen head. So I went to a 5, couldn't even get the 5 in there. So then I went to like a star bit and tried to hammer one of them in there. Still couldn't get nothing going. So everything was completely stripped, and everything. So I ended up having to drill them out. In reality, what I should have did is went straight away and got a left-handed drill bit and tried that first. But what I ended up doing is I drilled them out enough to get the heads off. So I popped all the heads off, just drilled enough just to drill through the head so that each head would pop out. So I was able to get the sprocket off, get the wheel off. Then I could get it up on the bench. So then on the bench, I was going to drill it out and use a bolt extractor, and that did not work at all. It just the bolt extractors just wouldn't get in there. I'm guessing these are just too freaking soft. They were even stripping with the bolt extractor, and I'm like, the bolt extractor couldn't get a grip on them to turn them. And they were corroded. So what I did, I let them soak over, well, man, it's been a few days now, maybe 5 days, that they soaked in penetrating oil. And then I went and bought a left-handed drill set from Harbor Freight, and came in here, and they came right out with a left-handed drill set. And then I just decided to try these that I had on the shelf, and man, they threaded right in and everything. And they only stick up like a tad bit there, which isn't going to be a problem at all, because there's still plenty of clearance there. This rubbing, if you've watched my last video, was because I put in these wheels came with different spacers, and I literally looked at the paper of the right one to put in and still put the wrong one in. So I had it all together, and I didn't like check the wheel clearance of if it would spin. I just assumed it was going to spin. So then I rode it right down the driveway, and it rubbed all the way around that and kind of took the anodizing off. Didn't really hurt nothing, so it's just kind of the looks of it. But that was my fault for sure. So yeah, that's kind of a tip for everybody. If you get these KKE Supermoto wheels, go ahead and order yourself the stock DRZ. It doesn't matter what year, they're all the same. Supermoto front rotor bolts. And then they'll go right in. They only stick up just a tiny bit, but you're going to have this huge head gap on them to put in a big Allen wrench. That way you're not putting in an itty bitty thing and stripping it out. You're going to have these in there. Plus they come with a little bit of locker on them, which you know, you don't want these coming loose, but you also don't want them getting stuck in there either, which was what happened to me with these bolts rusting. Freaking junk, man. Luckily the back ones are nice ones that came on the with these rims. For the rear one are nice like these, but these front ones were just freaking junk, man. And you lose a little bit of the look because they're not black. They don't kind of look cool and blend in, but you got the security that you're going to be able to get the freaking things off when you need to. So anyway, back to dirt wheels for now, because I've got a ride coming up, and going to Kentucky, and we're going to ride the Daniel Boone State Park all around there. We've got like 250 miles each day or 200 miles each day, something like that, of dirt and gravel and that kind of thing. So should be super fun. But anyway, hopefully you guys took a little advice from this, from my dilemmas with this crap. I just don't know. I mean, I'd hate if I had put thread locker on there too, and then it corroded around the thread locker and had to get all that out. Like, what a freaking nightmare. So I've got like 6 extras. So I guess if I ever have any faults with these, I got 6 extras in there because I ordered 12 of them for some reason. But yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.